Hello, my name is Jeffrey Badolf Krantar. I'm an Autodesk certified instructor at Robotech CAD Solutions in Hoboken, New Jersey. And today we're going to talk about creating custom labels in Revit using shared parameters. So when you're working with Revit, you'll find the need to create custom content, or sometimes edit the content that comes with Revit, or even download content from other sources. Today we'll be editing a title block that comes with Revit and making it our own. So under Families here, I'll click on Open. I'll browse through my library to my title blocks and find the title block that's similar to the one that we need. So I'm going to choose this D size 22 by 34. First I'm going to adjust the size of it to make what I need. I'm going to make it a 24 by 36. Just moving some things around. Okay. Now I'm going to take a look at the information over here in the title block. Now there's information for consultants, but the problem is this information, it's only text. If you look over here, these aren't labels, it's just regular text, which means they're not going to be very useful in our project. The only way to really change them in our project is to edit the title block itself. So we're going to make it a little bit easier to use, and we're going to make these labels. So I'm going to go to Create and click on Label. I'll choose the type of label that I want to add, which is just 3/32. If the size that you need isn't in there, you can always go to Edit Type, duplicate it, give it a new name, and customize the size of the text and all of these other properties to make what you need. But the 3/32, that's what's going to work for us, so we're going to stick with that. So I'm going to drop the label somewhere over here, and then I'll take a look at the types of parameters that we can add to this label. So these are all the parameters that come with Revit, but we're going to have to create our own custom parameter. So I'm going to click on this guy down here, Add Parameter. It opens up this box where we're going to start using shared parameters. That'll be shared by this family and the projects that we put it in. So I'm going to click on Select, and I'll click on Edit. Now when you first start using Revit, you might not have a shared parameters file to choose from. You may have to browse over to it if your company has one and you haven't used it yet. You might have to browse over to it, or you might even have to create your own. We're going to create our own right now, so I'm going to click on this Create, and I'll put it on my desktop and I'll give it a name. Good. So in my shared parameters file, we can create groups, and that's a good way to keep yourself organized. Groups can be for specific types of families that you may use these parameters for. Say you have parameters that'll be specifically for doors, parameters for specifically for windows. Ours will be for title blocks. So down here there's a section for groups. I'm going to click on New, and I'll call it Title Blocks. And then inside of that group, I'll be able to add a parameter. I'll add a parameter called Consultant 1. Tell it what type of parameter it'll be. It'll be just a regular text parameter I'll be able to fill out. And hit OK. And while we're here, we might as well fill out a few more parameters as well. So I'll make another one, New. And we'll call it Consultant 1. Address 1. Same thing, it's a text parameter. So line 2 for the address. And we'll make one more for the email. You know, one more for the fax too. Okay, so we've created all of these custom parameters. I'm going to hit OK, and hit OK, and hit OK again. Good. And then we're going to start adding them. So we've created this list of shared parameters, and now we just have to start adding them to our project. You can see in our list here, consultant 1 is already in here. I'm going to apply it to this label, so I'll click on my little arrow here and hit OK. So there's my first label with my new parameter in it, and I'm just going to take it and move it over right on top of the text that's already there. We can adjust the size of the box. And then, you know what, we're just going to copy this. We'll copy it down to maybe from here to here. And we could always be more precise later. We need a bunch of these, so I'm going to do a multiple copy. Perfect. Okay, so this second label that we just dropped in, I'm going to click on that. I'll go up here to Edit Label. And this is going to be the Consultant 1 Address 1 line. So I'm going to go over to my Add Parameter, select from my shared parameters, and I'm going to select my Consultant 1 Address 1. Good, hit OK. I have it in my list here now, and I can add it to my label. I could remove this one, Consultant 1. I'll remove that by clicking on this little back arrow and hit OK. So there's my Consultant Address 1. I'm going to select the next one, the next label, Edit Label. This will be my Consultant 1 Address 2. Click on the arrow to add it. Select Consultant 1 to remove it. Finally, we'll do this, the next label here. That'll be Consultant 1 Phone. So I'm going to click on Add Parameter, select it from our shared parameters. Add it to the label, and remove the original Consultant 1. So you can see each line of information has to have its own label with its own parameter. Perfect. So we're just going to erase the original text box that was there. So I'm going to try to find that. Here we go. Delete that. So now we have all of our new parameters that we've added. I'll save the title block. I'll close it out. And now I'm going to start up a brand new project and create a sheet in that project using our new title block. So I'll start with this template. I'll right click on Sheets All in a project browser, say New Sheet, click on Load, and browse to the title block that we've just created. Perfect. So it's in our project. We can't really use the labels that we've created yet. If we click on the title block, you'll see here a bunch of question marks. You'll also see some of the text from the title block, the ones that we haven't deleted yet. So notice how we can't double click on these and fill them out because they're real text, and the only way to edit those is to edit the title block itself. But these, we can't fill these out either. And the reason why is because we created these parameters inside the title block, but the project doesn't really know what to do with those parameters yet, so we have to assign those parameters to the project as well. To do that, we go up to our Manage tab, and you'll see in here Project Parameters. Somewhere in here, can't really, here, Project Parameters. And we're going to add some. They're shared parameters, so I'm going to click on Shared, select, and say Consultant 1. It'll be a text parameter, and depending on how you want your parameter to work, we're going to fill out some of this information. We want the parameter to work for our sheets, but if you want to be able to edit one parameter and have it carry over to all of the other sheets so you only have to fill it out once, that means you're going to make it project information. So in here you can assign it to your project. If you want to be able to fill it out differently for each sheet, you can choose Sheets. So for us, we want to be able to fill it out once and have this information carry over to every sheet, so we're going to keep ours set to project information. Good. We also have to add the rest of them, so we'll click on Add, Shared Parameter. We'll do this. Same thing, it's project information. A few more. Seems time consuming, but all of this can be built into your templates as well, so you don't have to do this for each project. Okay, so we have them all in here. They're in our project now. Now we should be able to click on our title block and fill this information out. So we have our consultant one's name, address, you could also fill this out inside the project information. If you go to your Manage tab and go to Project Information, okay, we could fill it out here too. Since we made those labels project information instead of sheets, we should be able to create a new sheet using our new title block and have that information carry over to the rest of the sheets. And that's how you create custom labels in Revit using shared parameters. And if you have any questions or require any more information about this, don't hesitate to contact us, and you can visit our website at robotechcad.com. Thank you.